Welcome back to the YouTube channel. What's popping, guys? What's happening? What's good? Today you can't see Kosi here. That annoying fool. Like, I'm so happy she's not even here because I don't even have a time. Like, I don't even have that time. So today I'm back with a story time. Like, that's it. You don't need to call me bangers. You don't really get it. Like bangers day by day. You feel me? You know the right thing to do. You have to like, subscribe, leave a comment, share to your friends. You're a returning subscriber. You know how it's done. And if you're new here, just show your girl some love. You know what I'm saying? Just show us love. So let's just hop right into the video.
I hope you miss me, but I hope you won't forget me.
Like, there are lots of emotions, honestly, but I've gotten over them now. I'm a big girl now. Like, those things are like past experience. Knowing how life is now, I'm like looking back, I'm like, why were you so dumb? I had two different primary schools. I started nursery school in a different school. I came to primary one. First time, my parents, they were like, you can't stay here. This place is too local, Like, they now decided that we should go to a better school. So that was where the whole story now began. I saw lots of characters in that school because I was growing up now. Obviously, we were meant to have experiences. I was a focused girl. I didn't have time for anybody, like, always on my books. I just had very few friends. Instead with primary 3, this girl, I gave her my trust. You're not meant to do that. Like, I don't have that. You shouldn't do that. So this girl, I gave her everything. I told her everything concerning my life. I told her things bothering me. You know now how bestie sheets they go down, stuff like that. That was how we were very close. So primary 3 we were close. We didn't have sense. Primary 4 we were close. We didn't have enough sense. Then primary 5 we now start having feelings and shit, like we were growing up now, so we started knowing bad things. I'm going to use Miss E so you guys will get the concept of the story. Girl was literally a devil in my life, but I didn't know. I trusted her. I didn't think she would even do that. Well, that was why I was so heartbroken. Okay, it was Miss E, myself, and Mr. D. One guy like that. He was the one that caused everything that was going on. Like, so people take shit in this life. Then I didn't have sense. I was very quiet. I didn't, anything you say, I'll accept. Like, that was me. But now, I'll just break it down for you. I will deal with you. Like the Miss D. He was very smart. Honestly, very, very smart. I had my eye on him. Not like I liked him, but because he was very smart, I felt like maybe we could be friends, we could be reading partners, like he could help me out with some things, because I felt like he was smarter than me, although we're like butting heads and stuff, but you get now. So this guy, he didn't like me for any reason. The thing was just opposite. I liked him because he was smart. Then he didn't like me because I was smart. He thought that I was smarter than he was. So that was how the scene was. The whole scenario, that was how it was. So this time, it was second term, primary 5. I don't know the dates. I don't keep all those things in my head. But it was my second term. I can remember. So after midterm test, we went home. Then we now came back after midterm break. We came back and we were cross-checking our midterm test. Now you guys should relate. If you went to primary school, you should relate to all those things I'm saying. So we were cross-checking our work. So as the smart guy he was now, I went to use his book to check some things because I wasn't happy with my score. So I went to him. I was like, please, can I use your answer sheet to check things? He was like, okay. I took it. I started checking. I was trying to be nosy because he passed me with was it 2 marks? Then now primary school, you would want to be the top of the toppest. I wanted to be the top. So he passed me with just 2 marks. I can't forget, just 2 marks. And I was going through. I saw this question. He wrote almost exactly what I wrote. And I failed that question, but he got it, so I was confused. I went to the teacher. I was like, Ma, please, just check I went to her privately, he didn't know. Ma, please, see what happened. He failed, he got this, and I failed this. Thinking I was even correct. But it was like, the teacher was like, no, that this guy failed it. So you guys failed it together. I was like, thank God. Like, in my head, I was like, thank God. So we are at the same level now. He didn't pass me. And the question was 2 marks. He didn't pass me. I didn't pass him. We were at the same points. So after that, I was happy. I went to him. I was like, see, I was so stupid in primary school. God. I went to him. I was like, okay, see your answer sheet. The teacher said that you failed this one, and she marked it right. He was like, what do you mean? I was like, that you failed this now. That I didn't even know. I thought I also got it. I went to the teacher to check. He was like, I don't understand. Why would you carry my book to the teacher without telling me? I was like, hey, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't think of that like that. Me, I was thinking that I was correct, and she failed me by mistake. He was like, he said hi. In this century, will you do that to me and ourselves? If I slap you, you go back to your mother's stomach, your womb. You're not mad. He was hiding. He was like, why would you go to the teacher with this script? I was like, that I didn't mean it like that. I'm so sorry. I was trying to apologize, and he didn't listen. He said lots of crazy things, and I was very quiet in primary school, so I didn't talk much. After he said, I was just trying to apologize, I was sorry, and stuff like that. That day I cried. As he was saying all those things, I was crying because I didn't know what to do. Why would he be saying all those things? Like, because he said lots of things. I don't talk to this guy normally. He was hurting my feelings because I wanted us to be friends and things were turning out this way. I was crying. So I went to my best friend. God, I can't believe I just said that. I went to Miss Evil. I went to her to tell her the gist and so she could console me till I get home, because that day I was so hot. I was so annoyed, but I couldn't just do anything because I didn't have any power or anything. I was literally so quiet. Like, people maltreated me at some point in my life. Like, I felt like I was maltreated, but you can't try it now. Like, I've shined these 2 eyes. See how they are shining. But I have. So I now went to her now to tell her my story. I was like, see what happened. I went to teacher and she marked it bad, and he was vexing. He started saying lots of things, and she was like, that this guy doesn't have sense. So that how would he be doing that kind of thing now that he didn't even do anything? I didn't bad mouth this guy, honestly, because I knew I did something wrong. Anything she said, that was my rule. She was like blabbing about this guy. Hey, I was like, Jesus, what fight? What fight? In my head, I was like, thank God I have a fighter. I'm going to deal with this guy. You know, for instance, I'm going to son guy. What she talked to her mouth that day, but nothing happened after everything. She went to that same guy. Oh my God, she had the audacity, she had the guts to go to that same guy and say, like, everything she was saying. She was like, okay, if you see what this girl was talking about you, that after everything went down, that she was saying lots of trash about you. But I didn't say anything. I knew I was wrong. Honestly, I knew I didn't do the right thing. Because if it was me, I would vex, but not to that extent. He was overreacting. So I wouldn't react like him, but I would vex now. So she was blabbing all those things she blabbed to me. She went to blab the same thing to the guy. I have suffered. So the next morning, I came to school. I wasn't happy yet. I was maybe like in my head, I was like, hey, I wish we could still be friends. Or like, I did something wrong and I apologized. I wish he would forgive and maybe we'll be friends again. So that was my thoughts. I came to school. This guy was waiting for me in class. It was doing assembly. People were leaving. I was about to leave, and he now stood at the door. He stood at the door. He was like, where are you going to? I I was like, I'm going to the assembly ground. He was like, so you had the girls to go around telling your friends about what happened. I was confused because I did not say anything. I didn't know where that one was coming from. I left the class. Jeje, like I was like, please excuse me, I didn't do anything. I left the class. I went to meet my friend because I don't even know how my mind was telling me it was your friend. Because okay, that was because it was just how I told about it. So I went to, I was like, what's happening? This guy, I don't know, he came to me saying lots of things. She was like, she doesn't know. So she basically lied to me because she told me she didn't know how the guy found out about it. But deep down, I was like, why wouldn't she know? She was the only person I told. It was so confidential. Like, people were not even there when I was saying this. So my whole mind was like, okay, it's probably this girl. My brain was telling me, but my heart was like, how would someone this close to me? Because I didn't know about breaking trust. Honestly, I was so young. I didn't know about it. I was like, how would someone, like, what was I saying? So me, in my head, I was like, it's probably this girl. But in my heart, I was like, this can't happen. Because I really liked this girl. No, you guys should not get the wrong idea. Like, I really liked this girl as a friend. She was like, we were close for like 3 years. Primary 3, 4, 5, we were very close. So that was it. I was calm. I didn't do anything. And it was now his best friend. And this guy was like the first guy that ever told me he liked me. And this guy was the first guy that ever told me he liked me in my entire life since I can remember. He was the first guy that told me he liked me, that he cared about me, he wanted us to be a thing. But I'm so young. How would you be coming to me saying that? Like, I didn't even consider him, but we're just friends. We're on a cool level, but nothing went down. And it was that Mr. D's best friend. This is like a Korean movie. So this guy came up to me one day and was like, what's happening? You know, just now, just the fly, as in how just flies there. I don't get it. So he was like, I heard what happened with I and his friend. He knows I don't like trouble, and that was part of the reason why he admired me. He told me that. So he was like that I shouldn't trust people. That I should go and ask my best friend very well, because people knew we were very close. That I should go and ask my best friend very well. I was like, I asked her, and she said it wasn't her, so I'm not going to doubt her. He was like, that it was her that told him. My heart broke at that. He said, like, immediately I heard it, my heart was telling me it was her. So that was why I just believed what he said. I was like, this life is so fair. I was so broken at that point. Like, I couldn't move because I couldn't believe that someone that I spent my entire 3 years with, I didn't even know her true color. So this thing, I later found out. Let me just cut everything short. I later found out that the girl had feelings for Mr. D. Got the story short. This guy found out I didn't say anything. I don't know how, but he came to me, apologized to. I was so happy. I miss E. I met her. I was like, bitch, bye. We can't be friends no more. Like, you had the guts to lie. I was heartbroken. I had to do that. She didn't even beg, bye, get like, I don't even need you in my whole life. Like, that was how I was meant to say it. That, hey, I used to happen in secondary school, so that's how I'll do it. I'll do it like that. I started giving her, it's not like I started giving her attitude, but she wasn't remorseful, so I didn't feel like she wanted us to be friends. Like, she didn't value what we had, so I said bye. And that was it. That was my first heartbreak. It wasn't with a guy. You know, heartbreaks mustn't be with a guy. She broke my trust. She broke my heart. But wait, don't think I'm that you're thinking. I value friendship so much. We have come to the end of the story time. I know it sounds real, but you guys should bear with me. It was a childhood stuff, so that's why. So thank you for staying to the end of this video. I didn't plan on making this video so you won't learn anything. I hope you had your lessons. Don't trust no man. It was said in the Bible. I don't know what part in the Bible, but it was said in that Bible. I know for sure. I read my Bible, but I don't know. And always try to make the right decision at all time. I had to leave my friend. Doesn't mean that I don't have a good heart. Like, I thought it was the best. Like, subscribe, share to your friends, and make sure you watch till the end. I love you all. Thank you. And that's a wrap.
I hope you miss me. But I hope you won't forget.